Hello and welcome to Elevate. This is the first podcast that's been produced by the Houston Region Sales and Marketing Team, and we're excited to have y'all join us. This is Kate Inman, Manager of Indirect Retail here in Houston, and I want to take a quick minute to set the stage for this new platform. One of our goals with this podcast is to hyper-focus on key initiatives for the region, product launches, new offers, campaigns, and to truly reinforce or elevate the important takeaways. We recognize your time is extremely valuable, so we're going to keep this short and sweet. We hope you enjoy.
Xfinity Flex. Some of the side effects at the end of this program that you may experience is the ability to understand the benefits of Xfinity Flex, watch live TV, movies, and other free app content, listen to Pandora, iHeart, and more. Every customer, every time.
Hello, welcome to Elevate. This is the very first podcast that is being produced by the Houston Region Sales and Marketing Team. We're very excited to have you all joining us. This is Mike Pankratz, Marketing Manager here in Houston. And actually, who else do we have in the room with us?
Kate Inman, Manager of Indirect Retail.
Gladis, Cavazos, Sales and Marketing, Field Manager, Sales Support.
Testing. This is Kenard Ihaza, Marketing Specialist for the Marketing Operations in Houston, Texas.
Oh, if I would have known that, I would have went also. I know.
Well,
I need
you
a
guys,
redo.
I'm with managers. You know, I got to kind of elongate my title a little bit, but I'm so happy to be here, guys. And I know today we're talking about Flex, so we kind of just wanted to start and say, what's something you love about Flex? Kate, let me start with you.
I love that it uses our voice remote.
Awesome. Gladys?
Well, I love the fact that we have, like Kate mentioned, the voice remote, and you can also have additional boxes to go with it, too.
Got you.
Cool, yeah. So me, I guess what I really like about the Flex product is just the look and feel. It's very sleek, clean, it's sharp. So folks that are going through with the Flex product, I feel like it really stands by the X1 product quite a bit. So they get a real taste for the look and feel of our platforms.
And you know what's interesting is just how we're really, as a company, changing the way our customers view TV or utilize their, TVs or internet.
Right, absolutely. And my favorite part, for those that may not know, Flex is really for our internet-only customers. And so kind of what Gladys was talking about, changing the way TV is being watched, I think it's a great opportunity for those that may only have internet, and everyone still has Netflix and Hulu and things like that, but this is kind of an outlet that gives our customers an opportunity to not have to buy that Amazon stick and that Roku, and kind of still have that Comcast feel with it, for only $5.
$5?
$5. I mean, that's like getting a foot long at Subway, just $5.
I think a foot long might be a little long. What is it? Like with taxes, $6? I wouldn't know. I don't eat at Subway. I'm juicing
Right,
too.
she's juicing.
$5 and no contract.
This is true. I mean,
like
it's an awesome way to kind of let our customers still kind of experience that X1 experience, using the voice remote, like Kate said. I'm sure you guys all know about churn, and it's down 20 points when people use the remote. So we want to make sure that all of our customers out there are using that remote as much as possible. What else have you guys heard that Flex has to offer?
Well, as of April 23rd, it's now available in Order Lab.
That's good.
So it's across all sales channels.
That's awesome. I mean, I love the fact I'm a music person.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and
can we have that note one more time?
Bitty bitty bum bum. I'm just kidding.
Auto-tune now.
Please auto-tune that. I love the fact that I can listen to Pandora, iHeart Radio, and podcasts on there too. So that's the neat part. What's interesting too is that we're called Elevate, right? So I know we were talking about that earlier, right? And you know what? I like Elevate. I was saying to my son, like level up, but elevate. But for those of you that really want to kind of know the connections, I figured it was need to kind of bring this in, is the name Elevate. The Webster Dictionary defines this as to raise or lift something to a higher position. So to raise something to a more important or impressive level. So I think, again, just to kind of tie everything back in, what you'll hear on this podcast is we'll have different guest speakers like Kate. And we'll always talk about different things that we want you guys to connect to and change the way we're listening. I know my kids listen to podcasts, and I had no idea what podcast was at first.
Yeah, you guys may not know, but I know it was about 2 weeks ago before Gladys went on a trip. We actually had to help her download the podcast app.
Yes.
And so hopefully you guys out there are listening, so you already have it. But if not, go ahead and come in, and we can help you guys get that downloaded to your phone.
Yeah, I think where we see value in this for just the sales and marketing organization and everyone is we want this to be something that is valuable. It's not going to eat up too much time. So we're looking at keeping these moving forward 10, 15 minutes max. And again, something that can be utilized on your drive into the office, perhaps on the way home while you're out in the field. Quick shout out to the XSP folks, as well as Xfinity's communities, Indirect, all of y'all that are working remotely quite a bit. Something you can put on replay, and just again, we're gonna go from different topics, from episode to episode, but we just want to elevate the key pieces that we see value in, and we really want y'all to be great ambassadors of the brand, what we're pushing, and kind of creating that brand love through this.
It's just so neat how we're connecting this, the way we're communicating with back to, Flex. Kind of like the company, what we're doing is changing the way our customers watch TV or use the internet. So this is a neat product.
Absolutely. I mean, I feel like the only thing that's constant is change. So I love that Comcast still tries to be on the forefront of what's going on with technology. And kind of like you said, going back to Flex, this is awesome. I mean, OTT has been such a major thing that we've been paying attention to, especially for the last year or two. So I love that we've kind of thrown our hat in the ring, so to say, with Flex.
I mean, what's neat, I was talking to my brother-in-law, and he mentioned how he had to watch Games of Thrones. How many of you saw that? Are you guys Game of Thrones? Oh my
It's like
gosh.
the only
Spoiler
episode
alert.
I've
Oh, sorry.
only
Okay,
watched.
I'm going to be quiet. I'm sorry for those of you. No, by then they would have watched
By
it.
the time this comes on, and
So
the show
what-
might be over.
Right. Well, I won't say anything, but you have to watch if you haven't, Mike. HBO, that's a big, content we have in there. And Games of Thrones is really big right now. Their last season, Khaleesi,
For sure.
Jon Snow.
And YouTube's available on
is
true.
Flex,
That's
right?
right.
If my son's not playing Fortnite, he's watching it.
Oh, I know.
For free. YouTube is available for free, as well as ESPN3. So I know we have a lot of different people that went to different colleges that may only stream on ESPN3. We have that for free, as well as Tubi TV, which is a really great app that kind of gives us the opportunity to see a lot of different movies and old TV shows. So not only can they use their HBO, Showtime, Amazon, and Netflix, but they also are getting free content, like Kate said, with YouTube and ESPN3 and even Tubi TV. And I think Gladys even mentioned Pandora, listening to her music.
That's right. Yeah, Pandora. You have that music streaming service. And then, of course, there is some free live TV, right, on some of these content we have there.
You can also integrate it with some of the other services, such as Xfinity Home, so you can
Oh, yeah, I
manage
did hear
your
that.
home security through Flex, which is pretty awesome.
My son really cannot do anything now because I got
Mama
you.
Bear's always watching.
You're watching.
Oh, yeah. When he's not playing Fortnite.
I think this is a nice little pause. I think that there is a very valuable sponsor that we definitely need to recognize coming up here, and I think that they are actually covering they're the leading sponsor of this new segment that's going to be coming up. Let's go ahead and pause for that as identification.
Looking for some scrumdiddlyumptious food? Looking for dollar hot dogs? Loaded potatoes? Maybe some well-done salad? Well, check out Abby's downstairs, the #1 food market in the land. Come get your good old food down at Abby's. Back to the program.
You know,
Oh.
what's interesting, too, though, is that did we say, you mentioned, Kenard, that Xfinity Flex, you had to have the internet services. Was there any requirement on the internet speed?
25 megabits.
Or higher.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
And you can add one box in Order Lab, but you have to add the additional up to, I believe, 3 or 4. Is it 3?
2. So total of 3.
Total of
For 2
3
additional.
through the different channel support.
Correct. And as Kate mentioned earlier, all these boxes are $5 a piece. after you get your original one. So it's just a great opportunity to continue to kind of stream throughout the home. There's great opportunities, like she said, as well, to kind of integrate all our different services as well, like Xfinity Home.
Awesome. No, there's a lot of really great information, and I really enjoyed that dialogue that we just spent in regards to the Flex. And just want to take a quick minute. I think we're going to transition to the second piece of our podcast. So I think our vision here is each podcast, we have different leaders. Who knows who will be. We might surprise you guys in the future, but we really just want to really get to know each other a little bit more, and a chance for us to connect. I know there's times where we engage with different leaders, and it's just through email, or you just see their name on the org chart, but this is maybe a chance for us to get to know each other a little bit better. So again, Kate Inman is our special guest today. Welcome, and thanks again for all your help, Kate.
Kate.
Happy to be here.
Sweet. So can you give us maybe a little bit of just kind of introduce yourself, maybe key responsibilities with the company, and
Sure.
how long you've been here, and anything else you'd like to add?
So Kate Inman, manager of Indirect Retail. So I'm responsible for third-party labor and the national retail channel. So that's all of Walmart, Target, Best Buy, H-E-B. And I've been at Comcast now 5 years this spring.
Yay.
Awesome.
Flew by. Yeah.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
You know, it's neat because until I came into the role, I mean, I've always knew about Indirect, but it's neat to kind of see a different side of how we all really work together. But Indirect's always, when you talk about Best Buy and Walmart, what does that really even mean for those that maybe don't understand what that?
Yeah, so I think it's about bringing our products and services to the customer, right?
Yeah.
I think the goal is to be within 10 minutes of their home. So it's finding them in places where they shop.
And Walmart, H-E-B, right?
H-E-B, yep.
Have you always been with Indirect?
I have been in indirect retail for over 17 years.
Oh, wow.
Long time.
Okay.
What do you think your unique skill is, or skills, that have helped you become successful? So are there any things that you really rely on in your role that helps differentiate you maybe from your peers in terms of being successful and kind of getting over the top?
I think I would say just my green. There's not a whole lot of leaders, I think, in the sales and marketing right now that have green as their first strength. And, historically, I don't know that I ever realized there was a space for that type of leadership, but I think it's important to realize that there's not a one-size-fits-all model. And so the fact that, green is caring, I think it's really helped me be a servant leader.
And maybe for our audience, for those that haven't taken
Insights. Yep, that's true.
Yes, you have green, which is you care.
Care.
Right.
Yep. Yellow, which is
Me.
your high energy. Blue, which is your kind
Blue.
of thought process.
Yes.
And
Detailed.
red is pretty detailed.
Be
and to
brief,
the
be
point.
bright.
Yeah.
Be gone.
So I guess just to circle back to that, I lean more into my green than I used to when I first started out in leadership, because I now better appreciate what it brings, to my management style,
But
and to my team.
Yeah. And I'm sure you can flex, right? Is there a second color you flex?
Absolutely. I'm green red.
Okay.
But we all know you have to dial in.
Yes.
Today I'm yellow, or I'm gonna try to be yellow.
Yay, I know.
Me too.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's Mike. Kenard's
Gotcha.
just yellow.
Yeah, I don't know what I am. I still need to take it.
You haven't taken Insights?
I haven't. I'm supposed to have taken it 3 different times by now, but that's a topic for another podcast.
Yeah.
So, Kate, what are some experiences in your career that have kind of helped shape you to become who you are?
Yeah, I would say mentorship has been huge throughout the years of leadership, over 17 in Indirect alone. I'm really grateful to have had several leaders invest time in me and really pour into me. And I think there's a lot of power in the ability to have candid conversations, right? And somebody who will give you honest feedback and who you can ask really honest and vulnerable questions to.
Right.
So I've been lucky to have some great mentors.
Awesome.
I got a question on that front, but do you have any recommendations to those that may be listening in terms of best practices on how you kind of built up those relationships? Did you kind of cold call, if you will, send out emails, or did you have to have like some type of soft touch point and then you kind of leverage maybe getting your foot in the door to expand upon that, or anything you would like to share on that?
I mean, I think some of them have happened organically, right? It's been, my direct leader. My last mentor, I'll tell you, I just kind of stormed in his office. It was a suggestion by another leader at Comcast to reach out to him. And I just flew open the door one day and was like, hey, I'm Kate Inman. And, I was told to reach out, and would you consider taking me on as a mentee? And he was really open to that. And Keith has since moved on, but he was somebody who was able to really provide a lot of good insight. And I think some of them happen organically, and others, don't be afraid to just ask, because I think there's so many great resources around Comcast, and people are absolutely open to making that commitment.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think that was a good question, Mike, because I think a lot of people, I remember going back from the call center days, I love, billing, but how do I really tap into other departments, or if I wanted to have a mentor? So that's some really good feedback for those out there.
And I think you seek out somebody who's further advanced in their career than yours, right? Because they've got a lot of good insight on
give you that good
what
direction.
to do and what not to do.
Yes.
Yep.
So I guess like on that front, when you're kind of reflecting on things that have like gone successfully, whether it's just how you're doing your day-to-day work or success in identifying mentors and being able to tap into those resources, are there any instances that maybe didn't go your way, and how did you kind of handle how that went? Anything stick out?
Things I've failed at. Is that where you're going with this,
is that my
Mike?
polite way of saying it?
Your
I'm just trying to flash my...
My
something
opportunities.
different.
Yeah,
What would you do?
I think Kenard said it earlier when we talked about, all the change in Comcast, and I think we've all heard the C in Comcast stands for change, right? And so when I think about my opportunities and, where I could have gone better and just handling change, there's been situations in the past where I probably spent a little bit too much time in, the resistance phase. And we all know, because we've all been through some change, some that we've anticipated and probably welcomed, and others not so much. But if you spend too much time in, that denial and resistance, it's a complete drain of energy. So I'm trying to be much more self-aware when change happens, move myself a little bit quicker through to the commitment and to really be an advocate.
It's awesome. Great answer.
I know. You're doing self-discovery right here.
Right.
You're already changing. You are, ma'am.
I'm taking notes right now,
Yes.
Kate.
Aw.
Well, if you won $10 million tomorrow, what would you do with that $10 million besides, show up to work?
Go to Paris.
That's a funny question, because my husband doesn't believe me, but I would not want to win the lotto.
Really?
No, I really wouldn't. I think it just changes so much, right? And I'm a pretty happy camper. There's
you can
not
always-
much I would change in my life.
You can always give it to me.
I know. I mean, I definitely would upgrade my house and probably buy a few more pairs of shoes, but there really isn't much I would change. So
Pretty happy camper.
I'm a happy camper.
Does that stem to what have you been smoking over the past weekend?
What were you even?
What were you smoking this past? No, we're talking. I heard you got a new grill.
Oh, I was like, what do you mean? What have I been smoking?
Like,
For real? What are
easy now.
you doing?
This podcast just took a turn.
It just got hot in here. No, yes, I love to cook for my family, and so what Mike is talking about is my husband and I just recently celebrated our 2nd anniversary, and
Yay,
Wow.
I am the cook and the smoker of meat at my house. So we just got a Traeger grill, and it's been fun.
So you like smoking
ribs.
everything? Like
Yes, like everything.
everything.
Yes.
You go through that phase. Like, you know what? Don't worry, I'll smoke it. Don't worry, I'll smoke it. You know?
We need another disclaimer with that
Again,
statement.
guys,
No, it's funny.
talking
yeah.
about grills.
Sorry, yes.
but-
that's
so-
really-
Traeger
yeah.
grill. We're smoking brisket. We are in Texas.
It's funny
I
when
love
I was
brisket.
like doing a little bit of digging to figure out a fun question to ask you. When I was actually driving over here, I turned on a podcast, and the leading sponsor was like a pellet grill
Really?
manufacturer. I was like, holy cow, this is something that's trending, and I guess you can speak to, like, it's legit.
It's legit, and what's really cool, I mean, there's several of them out there. We bought a Traeger, and it connects to my Wi-Fi. So
That's
it'll
Really?
tell me,
Wow.
yes, so it'll
Wow.
tell me,
Yes.
right, when the meat's done.
That's just
Set it and forget it.
right.
Mhm.
Have
Must
no
be
have
pretty-
no fear. Xfinity's
Right,
here.
with your Xfinity internet, I'm
Yes.
sure that signal never drops.
Never.
Sounds like Kate's pretty tech savvy.
Right.
I am.
She's like, you know what? You need to cook brisket? Have no fear. Xfinity's here.
Mhm.
Connected Bluetooth. That's the
Right.
first I hear that.
It's pretty awesome. Everybody's invited over.
Yay, brisket for all. Well, after I juice.
After I win the 10 million and I upgrade to a pool.
Oh, there you
That's
go.
next.
There you go.
And you have a son, right?
Yes. So my husband and I married 2 years. We have 3 kids between the two of us.
Okay.
So love being a mom and a
Yes.
stepmom and a
Aw.
wife. It's lots of fun. Our weekends are crazy, right? Blending a family, but I wouldn't have it any other way.
Other than spending time with your kids and your husband, you have any interests that you're into?
I
Any
love a
hobbies?
good glass of wine
Yay.
and a shoe sale. Yep.
That's always good.
Yes. And country music. I love getting out and really all music, but
Country.
country, yeah.
Do you line dance?
I don't dance.
Boots.
If I'm dancing,
booties?
it's time to get the tab and go home.
Really? But you like country? Do you dance country music?
I don't.
Hmm. 2-step.
No. None of it.
Awesome. No, so I was just thinking, this is maybe putting some of the other folks on the spot, but this has been a really great conversation so far today. We talked about Flex, and then we also spent a little bit of time, getting to know Kate a little bit more, both just some really great insights on the professional front, but also just kind of getting to know her a little bit more. So thank you for that, Kate. It's a Monday, so we're looking at the week ahead. Kenard, Gladis, I'll maybe open it up to everyone, but is there anything kind of going on this week that you're really looking forward to accomplishing, whether it's work related or anything that you'd like to share on the home front? Anything really cool, exciting as we kind of wrap up?
Yeah, Mike. Definitely, we have our expat webinars that I'm so excited about.
Promoting it.
Every month, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, normally towards the end of the month. Just giving out product information to our Xfinity product ambassador team. So I'm really excited for that. And this weekend, I am going out of town. On Saturday, a friend of mine is getting married. So that should always be a good time, dancing and fun. And
Because you dance.
I dance from time to time.
Do you dance country, though?
Sure, why not? Get a couple drinks in me, maybe. We'll see.
Just kind of talk about XPAC real quick. There's an ambassador for each department, Kenard, is that correct?
That is correct. And constantly expanding as we go on. I actually just added a few today from our communities team, Deepak's
Nice.
team. So if you guys are listening and you don't know about it, then you're doing something wrong. We want to make sure that we educate everyone as much as we possibly can.
Yeah. Say, who is my expat ambassador here? Because it's really good information.
Gladys, what are you up to?
Ooh. I'm juicing today. But just for one day, because I'm trying to lose 20 pounds by Thursday.
That's healthy.
I don't think that's going to happen, but I'll settle for 2. I'm going to Elite.
Yay!
Yay, yes.
Elite.
Just wanna say
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you to my peers that selected me as MVP. MVP, I feel like, was it Kevin Durant that said that? You're the real MVP.
Oh, gosh.
Oh,
Yeah.
that made me cry. But yes, going to Elite. And we leave Thursday. So Mike gets to go with me too. So I'm excited. My best friend from 6th grade is coming. We get to just really take some time off and enjoy and all the hard work. So
San Diego, right?
yes, San
Nice.
Diego. Hope the sun's out.
And Mike, you're going. Congratulations.
Con-
Thank you. Yeah,
Congratulations,
heading out this
Mike.
week. It's funny because when we kind of figured out like the dates and the timing, the only wedding date that my wife had a commitment to was on this weekend. So she's not going to be able to go. So I'm going to bring my brother, but be a lot of fun and looking forward to being able to participate, and heard so many great things about it in years past. So first time to get a chance to do it. So looking forward to it.
Awesome. May 4th, Comcast Cares Day. That's this upcoming Saturday.
Yes.
So
Yes.
sales and marketing is doing, I believe, Legacy Community Health
Mm-hmm.
in the southwest side of town. I'm going to be out. I'm on the Women's Network Committee, so I'm going to be out at Bark. But lots of opportunities all across town to get involved.
I know Unidos
May
is doing
4th.
Yeah, Unidos is doing the AMA one. got to do that 1 year. So the ERGs are very actively involved too as well. So I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you haven't signed up, you probably would have by this
Yeah.
time you hear this. But don't forget.
You can still sign up. You
Yeah.
can sign up until Saturday, I believe. So.
Yeah, by the time this comes out, it'll be.
Oh.
Let's say you
But I hope
did
you guys had a
sign up.
great time at Comcast Cares Day.
And Elite.
Annalie, yay!
And lost 20 pounds.
Yay!
Yay.
I hope. I'm thinking if I lose, what's today? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So what is it? Not even 5 a day. Oh my gosh, what is that? 7 a day?
Do not lose 5 pounds a day. Seriously.
So essentially, the next
You will be
episode,
sick.
find out if Gladys lost that 20 pounds.
Hey, I will do what I need to. And then after that, I'm going to eat whatever I want. So.
Cool. Awesome. Everyone, thank y'all for listening in. Again, first episode kind of under our belts. We're looking to kind of grow in this space, so we welcome feedback, and we'll reach out to you guys and look to kind of grow in this space, and we will be in touch with you guys once we kind of get our second episode lined up. So
Yeah.
hope you all have a good rest of the day. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks,
yes,
guys.
bye everyone.
Thank you.